Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Time is 8:49. Do people agree the time is 8:49? Now 8:50? Are we all in agreement the time is 8:50? I made a bunch of changes in OBS to basically make it stupid and like tone down its encoding. So like instead of 60, it's at 30. And instead of the 1920 to whatever it is, it's now at like one size smaller. Is this slightly better? Significantly better? Like we're back to real time? It looks... We think this is real time? Oh my... Okay. So these changes in settings, we think we have worked it around. I also changed it to where I'm going out of Denver instead of Chicago. So I don't know if there's something's wrong with the Chicago hub or what. So between that combination of changes, we appear to have worked around the problem. You can see me move. I can do a little dance. Where? Okay. I googled I was getting an encoding error in OBS. So I googled the error and it gave me a list of things to change. I changed all of those things. I ran a scan in OBS and it said, nope, you're fine. Do all of these things originally. And I'm like, no, those obviously were not working. So we originally started at 7. It's now 9. The only thing we've managed to accomplish is we did get our Starry B. And we are up to 107 shards, which is 2 ATM stars worth, which is great. Yay, this is what we want. And we have 123 Patrick stars. Oh yes, it's just a start. It's just a start. It's just a start. Okay. Where was I before the stream completely fell apart? Okay. So, we found a bug in that the multi-block of the electric blast furnace would not let me put in 2 of the input hatches over here. And we finally figured out it did not want me to put in 2 input hatches if I had an output hatch. And I needed an output hatch for this recipe that had a fluid output. So I moved that recipe to a different EBF because I wanted to be able to have titanium tetrachloride and oxygen, basically on deposit in an EBF. So I'm hoping that we can run all of these normal dusts that don't have fluid. They can all run in there, process as normal, not a problem. And then these that do have the fluid, I just take the fluid out of the recipe and in they go, and everything works as wonderfully normal. So we should have it set up to where I have these two fluids over here, and this is a 0, and then this one over here is a 1. So we can do 2 fluids with a 1 and 2 fluids with a 0 over here. And then things that require an output of a fluid would be set up over here. It's quite a lot of work, but I think we got that set up. I'm trying to make an elite chemical reactor because we need one of those to proceed in making our indium dust. But I have now, this recipe is stuck because I believe it's trying to make the polyethylene ingots. And now I'm trying to figure out where is it stuck at. And I'm not exactly sure where that is. It says it's processing these into the huge pipe. I know where it is. I know where it is. This one needs to change to that one. Polyethylene ingots into huge pipe. That one. Oh my gosh. Okay, but that one, the ingots didn't come out. So this is going to be another one where I'm going to have to cancel the recipe and restart it to get my machine. Okay, cancel, elite chemical reactor. Start. And see, again, it already had the polyethylene, it had the ingots, why is it needing to start over again? This doesn't make sense to me. It's because the ingots it already had has disappeared somewhere. This is refined storage messing with me. That's what this is. Because sure enough, now we are making the polyethylene ingots. And look at all of the stuff it's doing now. All of the stuff to get the polyethylene. Grrr. Okay, LSU has won 4-1. Yay for my Jello Shot team. So they advance in the winner's bracket. This makes me happy. That is what we want. UCLA beat the Cinderella Murray State team 6-4 earlier. We'll have the next round of games tomorrow. I've been listening to the Stanley Cup games. JC, have you ever seen the anime Cells at Work? There is a live action on Netflix that dropped yesterday. I can't wait to watch it. The anime is amazing. They explore all over your body and talk about what different cells do, and T cells and white blood cells and red blood cells and lymphocyte. I mean, literally all the different cells and what they do, and how your sinuses work, and how your platelets work. And I mean, you're trying to finish Fairy Tale. Oh, nice. I finished watching The Devil's Plan, which is a Korean game show. Yeah, this is also very true. Okay, Korean game shows are at another level. Like, they are just obscenely at another level. And season 2 of Devil's Plan came out, and like I had to binge the entire thing. Like, the second it dropped, I watched the first 4 episodes, and then the next 4 episodes dropped, had to watch those, and then the final episode, like, I had to watch them immediately. It was incredibly good. I enjoyed it immensely. The person I wanted to win didn't win, but that was okay. I still enjoyed it a lot. It was great. Um, and see, once again, this didn't finish correctly, and I have to fix it. So I have to get a bucket of steam, and I have to get a bucket, and I have to put in the steam and take out the oxygen. And I don't know why that is. It just doesn't work right. I I don't get it. And we're one short. Why are we one short? This is the part I don't understand, why this keeps happening. Oh, look, see, the last batch made 8 normal pipes. I know, no, this one was me. I made normal pipes instead of large pipes, and so it got stuck. I need one more ingot. It's like it doesn't quite know to make enough. And now I've made 12. And look, here's my elite chemical reactor I wanted. Look at all of this leftover stuff in the recipe. This is insane. Such a mess. It is such a mess. Okay, all of this to make this. Okay. So we had made the indium concentrate. We need to use that in a chemical reactor. This doesn't say it needs to be in a clean room. And we can make the indium dust directly in a chemical reactor with 4 buckets of this, setting 4 with aluminum dust. So we just need to set it up with the rest of our EV machines, which is right here. So you go there, and then I need my platinum cables, which should be here. And then I am so glad that worked and we can continue streaming. Oh my gosh. Okay, that goes there. And then we need a crafter, and that goes there. And then we're going to need an importer. That goes there. And then need cable. That goes there. Okie dokie. So then we have recipe in the chemical reactor. EV. No, wait. IV. Right? IV. IV. Recipe. Chemical reactor. IV. Like that. Okay, so we're going to do this. And then going to do this. And we're going to do this. And then we're going to do how am I missing? Oh, drat. Okay, hang on. We have run out of sand. No, really sand. I kid you not. Sand, yes. Sand. Yep. I know. I had a quarry bee mining us sand for the longest time. So I thought, oh, we have an infinite amount of sand. This will be fine. Yeah, guess what? Out of sand. But somehow we've got a bazillion things of sandstone. Go figure that one out. I have sandstone for days, but I'm out of sand. Yeah. Yeah. Go figure that one out. So, we'll just let that crunch down for a bit and come back later and grab more sand. Because sand, people, of all things, we have run out of sand. We had run out of clay, which was ridiculous. But then I had water and dirt essence makes clay, and that came through like flying colors. Phew. But I was like, really? Really, game? Really? And the game was like, yep, really. Okay. So this recipe, I'm actually out of importer. Oh, no, I'm not right here. Okay. So this recipe actually has both solids and liquids. So we want importers on both sides, and you take 4, and you take 4, and that should take care of that. Okay, so now indium dust. Indium dust 1. Okay, in theory, it says we have the ability to make this. I say in theory because I'm beginning to question my ability to make anything. I can't even stay connected to Twitch properly. And we forgot to set this to 4. Fortunately, chemical reactor is forgiving and lets me set the circuit after the fact and still work. Thank you. Lovely. Indium. There's our dust. Boom. Boom. Okay, that one we were able to make. Oh, and we have the microchip processor. We got that done. I was able to make the nano CPU wafer. So this is the one I misread, and I thought we needed to have a 3x3 large chemical reactor in the clean room. No, no, Cat. You just need a chemical reactor in the clean room that is able to process it. Oh, look. I have one. It's already here. Don't. So we could have kept going last week if I had only been paying better attention. But it was late and I wasn't reading carefully. So we were able to get this one done. Boom and boom. And I made the advanced circuit assembler. Boom. Which gets us more of the goodies. I was able to make the quantum eye, which it says specifically not to worry about making a bunch of these unless you want to upgrade all of your laser engravers to EV. IV is the better upgrade though. And I'm like, oh God, so many laser engravers. There's so many of them. I'm not looking to upgrading all of them to anything. Anyway, this quest was already checkmarked yes, but I didn't have a recipe for it. So I went ahead and made the microchip recipe and then tested that I could run it successfully, and I could. So I've made 3 of them. So I'm like, ka-ching, we are good to go on that one. So we got the HSSG block, got that one made. And I did make the vanadium gallium ingot, so that finishes up that section there. Remember, this is the chapter from hell because you have no direction on where you're going. This little section over here is done. This little section here is done. This little section here is mostly done. That one there is optional. The only thing we're missing now are these 4 here, and they're still locked because I still need to finish one more quest here. So we're getting closer to being able to hopefully finish this line here. I hate this chapter so much. I just want to finish it and move on to the next one. I just want to get past this chapter. It's been hell. Ugh. All right, so indium gallium phosphide dust. Oh my god, that's a mouthful. Okay. Indium gallium phosphide dust thing. All right, so that's going to be a mixer, and it's going to be indium dust we just made, gallium dust, phosphorus dust on a 1, and this is going to be an IV mixer, and that goes here. So mixer 1 is here. I have got 4 IV mixers that cover 0, 1, 2, 3. I went and got all the assemblers caught up. We have assemblers 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4, I think. I think that's right. And there's like so many recipes I still need to bring up. Surely that's not finished already. Surely it is finished already. Goodness gracious, that mixer was fast. Me likey the new machine. And yes, that did unlock that wafer. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. We can come down here now. The H-pick wafer. Upgrading the M-pick to achieve even higher tiers of power. So now we have the H-pick wafer. So this is going to be a chemical reactor in the clean room, IV level, which we have. Oh, and we need liquid vanadium gallium. So that's going to be the ingot we made earlier. So now the question is going to be, do I have a way of making that liquid? That is going to be the question. Okay, so H-pick here. So here. So this is going to be the chemical reactor in the clean room, which is this one here. Okay, So we know we're going to need the recipe for this. It's an HV extractor. So the question is, do I have an HV level extractor? I do. Oh, this is good news. Okay. So now we're going to have a recipe here. And now I need to find, is there hopefully one that melts an ingot? Yes, melts an ingot. Here we go, right here. Okay, so that is going to go down here to this extractor, which is right here, right there. Okay, so that takes care of the liquid. Alright, so now we should be able to do HPick here. Perfect. Go. Hopefully. Hopefully. I didn't see how long that was. A full minute. These crafts take so long. So long. It's hard to wait for a whole minute. I just want to finish this chapter so badly. I just want to be done with it. Is it working? Did I miss an aspect of this? No, it's working. It's just that slow. It had other stuff to do before it even got here. So slow. So slow. It's fine. It's fine. Have to be patient. I'm not patient. I'm not. Okay, by the time we get down there, it'll be done. Right? Right? By the time we get back down there. Yay! Bing! And this gets used to make HPick wafers at the next tier. And then to make these, which I think is our next quest. Yes, because now that unlocks. We got microprocessor assemblies. Nice. Okay, so now we have HPicks, which is in the cutters. So we need to put these. Oh, it has to be an IV level cutter. Do we have an IV level cutter? Cutter. We do. Lovely, 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 lovely. All right, we're going to put you in there. We're going to do use in here. And we're going to use either lubricant, water, or distilled water. Well, I don't. Oh no! It has to be an IV cutter in a clean room. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. The important thing is I have the machine. That would be far more work than moving a machine over to here. Okay, I lied. This is going to be a lot more work because the first machine I put here requires how am I going to do this? No, okay, so we're going to have to put it. Oh, this was when I found out I didn't need these. I could power them with flux points. I had spent all this time making all these energy converters, and these things can be powered with a regular flux point. Do you know how much work I made making all of those energy converters? And I didn't have to. It's fine. It's really fine. Okay. These are the platinum. Yes, we don't mind cheese. Cheese is what we live for. No, we do not judge. No, we definitely do not judge. No judging here. It is a judge-free zone. Unless we're watching a Yankees game and then you just can't avoid any error and judge. Unfortunately. Now I need to find... Hi. I need to put this... Oh, that's not going to work either. Hi. How about you sit here? No, that won't work either. All right, fine. I'm going to move you up one. All right, so I can put this here. Lovely. And then need another crafter. Who has a crafter to spare? Crafter. I could have sworn I had some crafters in one of these bags I've been carrying around. Go. You're gonna go here. And then all we'll have to do is extend this cable up one. That will connect you. Now, the only problem we're going to have here is, Okay, you are only going to have solids, so I don't have to worry about taking multiple things out of you. So we can use one importer here and there, and that will take care of that. Lovely. Okay, so cutter has moved over to here. At least I'm remembering to look for the clean room phrasing now. That would be bad if I didn't pay attention to that part. That would be bad. Okay. The fastest version is using lubricant. Do I have any lubricant? I have a bucket of lubricant. Well, if I have a bucket of lubricant, then it's safe to assume I have the ability to make more. So we're going to put that in there, and then we're going to find our elite cutter, which has now moved and is over here. And then that is going to be our H pick. H pick here, here, and no, of course you're going to be difficult that way, aren't you? Because you're going to want me to denote that I'm using a different kind of lubricant. Put you there, put you there. Alternatives, clicky click. Oh my god. You guys don't have to do that in AE2, do you? It just takes all the lubricant without being said, hey, use any kind of lubricant. You kind of have to tell it, or you make sure to pick the one that you want. Okay. It has the option to use any compatible. See, that's what I've been trying to do, is set the recipe to use any compatible, because I do have like multiple sulfurs coming through, and I have multiple oxygens coming through, and so like I've been bouncing back and forth between liquid chlorine and chlorine gas, and those have been interchangeable. And the two oxygens have been working interchangeably. And chlorine, oxygen, what's the other one? Oxygen, chlorine, the sulfur. What was the other one? Oh, I know there's another one. Okay, so these are going to get used in making, dynamo hatch. What's a dynamo? There's an energy hatch. Oh, for passing power into the clean room. That's right. Okay. What the hell is that? Sir, what the hell is that? What? You do not know how refined storages will deal with that. Sir, I may need rescuing again. Be thinking about this. What is what? Each ingredient goes in its own input bus. Oh no. It's got 16 input buses and one input hatch. Are you serious? That's 17 ingredient recipes. Oh Lord. So this is a ZPM. This is LUV. Well, the refined storage will take one that long. Use assembler. Thump. See, it scrolls. So I'm guessing. Oh God, what am I gonna do? Right, that's what I'm thinking is a buffer chest with pipes. Because I can do the same thing we did before. Take the fluid out. Yeah. Oh, dude, that's gonna be crazy. A Lapatronic energy orb cluster. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. You don't think multiple recipes work because they have different sizes and stuff. Oh, Lord. Yeah, because see, there's a energy orb, and this is an energy orb cluster. Oh, Lord help me. That, oh, dear God. Okay. So that unlocks the energy hatch, which is good. Note it's optional, so I don't need to do either of those at this time to complete the chapter. And then the 4A energy hatch is also optional. So we can skip these three here for now. Okay, so where do we need to go to work on what's next? Is it the HSS? Let's try HSS. Well, let's see. Okay, put that in there. HSS. HSSS? This one. So that's another mixer, but that needed the iridium dust. Have I done the iridium dust yet? No. Okay, backtrack. I can't do this one until I do this one, and this one is the end of this chain. Oh, which interestingly enough is optional. Well, now that's stupid. I need an optional quest item for this item that's required. Well, that'd be dumb. Okay, so we need iridium metal residue. I have a bunch of that, which is good. All right, so we're going to do iridium metal residue, this item here. And this is, okay, so here's where we have an issue. We need an IV large chemical reactor. That's where we have a problem because our current multi-block setup is only considered, I believe, EV. So we got to upgrade it. Oh, do not be alarmed by the strange box. This was a gift from District. We were experimenting, trying to figure out why my multi-block was not working, and so his admin account came to help play with it, and he's like, you can keep the extra blocks. So we have an extra EBF on the roof. So, yeah, it's just gonna hang out on the roof because I don't have room to put it over here. It was rather cramped over here for him to try and build another one, and so up to the roof we went. Yeah. Okay, so this is a problem. That's why we need the IV energy hatch, because if we put an IV energy hatch in our multi-block, we can actually do 2 EV energy hatches, and that would make it IV. Or we could do an IV energy hatch, and that would make it IV. Okay. How about this? Oh, that's a very long word. Diaminobenzidine bucket. Bleh. Let's try that one. Diamon ben. No, I spelled it wrong. Diamond bucket. Close enough. That's also in the large chemical reactor and is also IV. Okay, this is not helping. All right, so this one and this one require the IV chemical reactor. Is that also the case in our acid bucket? So this one is still locked. And these are locked. This is locked until this is unlocked. This is unlocked until all of these are unlocked. This is locked until this is unlocked. Oh, this is such a nightmare. The other way. The other way. Think I'm gonna have to make 2 more of these or 1 more of these. 1 of these or 2 of these to upgrade the chemical reactor before I can continue. Is what I'm thinking. And I know I can do the EV energy hatch because I've already made it before. So we're just missing 2 of the EV energy casings. So we need titanium, we need 16 of these. Oh, this is potentially going to take a very long time. So I am centrifuging stone dust. And there it's making the first titanium ingot. I am centrifuging stone dust to get marble dust. but it's only a percentage chance. So I have it set to throw in a stack of stone dust to try and get one marble dust. Which should greatly overproduce. Hi, Firebeast. Thanks so much for the follow. It should overproduce the amount of marble dust that I get. So it should compensate for that percentage issue. I'm hoping. So the recipe now is just to throw in the magnesium dust. The fluid is already here. And I have a crafting card in here. So as it uses the titanium tetrachloride, it's going to start crafting more of it, or at least it should. So hopefully it will kick in and start making the components needed for the tetrachloride. So it should refill before I use it all up. I say hopefully. We will see. But I've been using marble dust for so long for making my titanium, and I ran out of marble. So out of marble, out of sand. I'm doing great. And I know I use the quartzite dust for something else too. So I'm like, okay, I don't have a problem with just throwing all the stone dust into the centrifuge because I'm getting a pretty good return on all of this stuff. And that's coming out pretty quickly here. How are you doing? Are you restocking yet? You're not restocking yet. Come on, start making. It might not kick in until it runs out, now that I think about it. I bet that was what happens. It will probably kick in when it is empty. Which it holds 16, and I was making 16, so that should work. And this should keep running. Which I can stop the craft later if I needed to stop processing it because I need the machine for something else. But I might as well let it keep running, and then I can have a stock of marble dust for the next time I need titanium. Even if it's just an extra 5 minutes of running, right? Which I think, I decided to power that with just, yeah, I'm just powering this with flux points. This is a good thing, because I won't have to upgrade any infrastructure related to power. I'll just have to take the flux point off, replace these, and put the new hatches in and put the flux points back on. That will work out just fine. I can handle that. That will work out very well. How many more we have left to do? 6. I have no patience. I have no patience. I have at least now fixed titanium to where it runs properly. So this is good. Unfortunately, titanium is very slow. It's very slow. So how's everybody doing? District is starting to get sleepy. Don't you just love the craft times? Yes, yes, I do. I'm saying that with sarcasm just dripping from every ounce of my being. It is definitely a pain as you get farther into the pack how much time you sit here waiting for each piece to craft, which is definitely something I need to work on because look at all of these basic machines I'm still using. All of my wire mills are still the LV machines. I'm still using a basic chemical reactor here. Actually, I think I'm using two. There's another one here somewhere, I think. Yeah, there's two. I have two basic chemical reactors I'm still using, and this one is like heavy duty use. I got a lot of recipes in here I'm using. So I need to grab all of those recipes and go find the higher tiered chemical reactor to put their stuff in. That would speed up some of that fluid production a ton. I need to make higher tiered wire mills and set them up because that would help tremendously. I need to do, I mean, if I did just those two things, taking these two wire mills down, or these two chemical reactors, and these four wire mills, and getting them set up probably in, mm, so this is this is a tier 4. And I don't think I have, I think that's the highest tier I got there. That one's a 4. I have a space for another one now. Then we have, these are the EVs. I've got an HV one here. It still has a lot of room and it is a 0. So like all of the 0 recipes that are over, that's a 1. Oh, see, that's a 4. So this one's a 4. Recipe. Oh, see, that's not even right. It's a 3. What the hell, machine? What are we doing here? Recipe. Chemical reactor. Ethylene, acetic acid, and oxygen. You should be a tier, Chris. I don't. There are no words. So that's a 3. That's a 1. This is a 4. This is a 0. See, I'm all over the place here. Then I think I've got... This one's a 0. So I could... Those are the zeros that have to be in a clean room, though. So I've got 1 for zeros not in a clean room, 1 for zeros in a clean room. So do I have a chemical reactor 1 that is a higher tier yet? I mean, I'm just going to have to make a list of all of these. Okay, so there's the chemical reactor. What's this one? That's 2. Okay, so now I've got a 0. I've got 2 zeros, a 1, a 2, a 3, and a 4. I mean, this is nuts. So on the plus side, I don't have any overlap except on 0, which needs with clean room, without clean room. So this is good. But if I put another elite chemical reactor here and upgraded these from being basic to elite, oh my gosh, the time I would save on crafting right there would be huge. Like, crazy. So yeah, I need to do the wire mills, and I need to do that chemical reactor for sure. That needs to get upgraded to an elite. So I need to do another elite chemical reactor for 1 and upgrade that. And then I need to like go down the line and see like are there any of these, like this is a basic centrifuge 0. If I have a centrifuge 0, like this is centrifuge 0. So all the recipes that are here, which there aren't any, that machine could go. I could recycle it, get the materials out of it, and that'd be less drain. Just get it out of here. Just clean it up. Because then this space opens up and I can put other machines here besides basic. You know, get this out of here. I had to actually put a Endergate Nitro here to put power back in because we've been running so many machines we were out of power. Which that blew my mind. Like, how is that possible? Like, we using a lot of power. Like, a lot of power. Which does not surprise me in the least with all we have going on. if I get 2 energy hatches, that'll make me Ivy. And then we'll be able to do this one, this one, this one. Which then that should unlock this one and this one. Which then should unlock this string here. Oh, and this one. So these 3. Then we should unlock these 2. We should then unlock these string. Which will unlock this. Which will unlock these 2, then this one, and then we should be done. I think. I'm hope. Please. Please let the end be in sight. I just want this chapter to be over. Like, I am over the IV level and the IV challenge, and I know, I'm done. I'm done with IV. I want to move on. I'm not sure LUV. I think that's right. This one's LUV. I'm not sure I'm going to like this one any better, but this one at least has the illusion of looking linear. I can handle linear. It looks kind of linear. I'm hoping that means it's linear. I could be wrong, but I'm hoping that's what it means. It's a lie? Son of a beaker. This isn't linear either? I mean, I can see how this one and these are already unlocked, which is odd. And these 2 up here are already unlocked, and this one up here is already unlocked. And that one's already unlocked. You have to attack it from all angles? No! Son of a... Oh, now wait a minute though, look. All of this down here is optional. Ooh. This just allows for faster crafting, so it's not required. So this whole bottom section we can skip. That'll help. Those are the multi-blocky things you've been working on, where one machine is running 4 crafts at once. I'll need this one. That's that ABS. You call it an alloy blast furnace sometimes instead of an ABS. Okay, that makes sense. How many more of these do we need? 1 more. Oh, this is so slow. So slow. Come on, make this faster. Down to 3. I wish these would go faster. Well, at least we managed to find a workaround on the Twitch problems. That's a success. How are we doing our ATM shards? We're at 200. So that would be enough for 3 ATM stars. Not quite 4. Which is not too bad. So the goal is to get enough to make a block, make a second B. Oh, speaking of which, while we're waiting, we should go check on our health of our bees and see if they are getting healthier. I just thought of that. Because that is something we want to check on since we have a lot of angry bees that are not very happy with us. Ignore the spaghetti. Okay. Yep. 2020, 2020. Excellent. Good job, boys. Alright. So as long as we can keep the bees alive through the transformation process and honey treat process and get them into the hive, they should get back to being healthy and off they will go. Perfect. That's just what we want. And you're still thinking. Okay, you say 3 left. And you have 3 left. I'm pretty sure you'll restock only when you get empty. We must not be getting very good odds on the... There we go. We must not have been getting very good odds on our marble dust. It took forever for it to get to that magnesium dust. Oh, it takes a very long time with slowly percentage odds to get the 32 marble dust necessary to make the magnesium dust needed to make my hot titanium ingot. But I'm getting that just by processing stone dust, which I have in abundance. So I'm not going to complain. I am making titanium out of stone dust. I am making titanium out of stone dust. You cannot complain about that. It's bloody brilliant. It's just very hard to stay patient. I think what I'll do is we'll get the 2 energy hatches started crafting, and then I'll end the stream so District can get to bed. Because, that's important. And then I believe I have lunch plans tomorrow, and I should be able to stream after lunch and before I get a Kumidori from work. And we will hopefully have the energy hatches in place then, and I will have made progress on some of these crafts. And we will try our darndest to finish this chapter tomorrow so that we can actually progress in Gregtech again, because it seems like forever since we finished a Gregtech chapter, and move on to the love chapter, LUV. Because that would just be awesome. I would like that very much. Because that's what chapter you're in right now, District, right? You're in LUV? And JC's in HV. Yeah. So District and JC both started after me. And JC's here and District's here. So at the rate I'm going, JC is going to pass me. And District has already passed me. Ugh. And I already know when it gets time to work on this Gregstar nightmare, I am going to struggle with fitting all of the pieces and parts and everything that's in here. Yes, and automation is totally his thing. And I'm trying to do mine on the inferior storage system for this mod, which is adding a considerable extra level of challenge to it. If I had known then what I know now, I probably would have figured out a way to set up AE2 here and somehow connect it to my storage system, even though storage system is somewhat refined storage, somewhat barrels. I would have figured out some way of doing it, just because AE2 would have worked better. Although, really, I didn't feel the difficulty until we got to these mid section chapters. That's where it's really struggled. I think, though, if this works with other multi-blocks, that's going to help tremendously, because then I can just use the solid only recipe, fill in the fluids automatically like this, and off we'll go. So that's going to help. I think that will really be of great help. For sure. How many more do we need? 7 more. 6 more. Come on. You got this. Four more. Come on. Let's go. Three more. Come on. One. One to go. Come on. You can do it! Then we just have to plate it. We're almost there. Now, that is going to just keep processing. I'm going to hit cancel because I think we're going to need that machine here in a minute. Titanium. 16 of you. And then I need my wrench. Wrench. Alright, we're going to put you in here. Jump, 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 jump. Jump, 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 jump. There we go. Okay, so now EV energy. Energy, not spelled that way. Here. 2 of you. And here we go. Start. Now the question's going to be, how much babysitting am I going to have to do to get through this recipe? Do I stay on stream to do it, or do I let you guys go and just keep babysitting it myself? Got through that part. This is true. It's 10:20. There's no way it is making this thing already. Okay, it's making the fine platinum wire. Which that should be down here in one of these wire mills. Yes. Again, these would be so much faster if I had them in real machines. Ugh. Where is it making these extreme voltage coils? Thinking it should be an assembler. Or not. extreme voltage coil. Okay, that one is... Actually, after that is day, where is that one at? That's the medium. It's in as an assembler. It's gotta be one of these. Not there. Where is it? Of course, it's harder to tell where some things are because the patterns are invisible. Oh, I hate that. Not that one. No, see, that one's got to be... That's got to be the polarizer that's down here. Yeah, that's this one. Oh! See, we're stuck here again. Why does it forget a bucket of steam? I don't understand why it forgets a bucket of steam. Okay, it has not made them yet. It's processing lightly stream cracked naphtha. Extreme voltage coil is still processing. Where is it making extreme voltage coil? Extreme voltage coil is the advanced assembler 3. That one is you. And you are sitting here waiting. Why are you sitting here waiting? Because you want to be on a 1. And you are not on a 1. So this recipe, wait, let's see, where was it? This recipe here? So that recipe there should be in an assembler 1. And it is not. Where is my assembler 1? I don't have an assembler 1 of high enough tier to make it. That's right. I needed to make another assembler 1 of that tier. Ugh. Did I not write that down? That's another one. So I need an assembler. I should go ahead and probably make it an IV tier, right? So I need a chemical reactor. I should make it IV tier, and that should become a 1. And then this one. So are both of those a 1? Sure enough, there we go. EV energy hatch. Alright, so we put this like this. Boink. And we put this like this. Okay, so now this should now be IV tier large chemical reactor. Okay, so then we want, where's the input bus? Input, input bus here. Here. You. Nope. Nope. Okay. Take these downstairs, throw them in here. Okay. So that upgrades. So now I'm at IV tier for the large chemical reactor. So now I should be able to make the diamino, this stuff. The zinc dust. So here's the trick with this. If I want to use the same machine, I either have to pre-fill lots of input hatches for fluids, but then this is going to be messed up because this is zinc dust which is not consumed. So I would just need to leave a zinc dust sitting in there. Yes, that is a very interesting axe. I agree. So theoretically, we should be able to just come in here and do this. Nope, not that one. This one. Do this. Then it should just stay there? So then I could write the recipe. Then this one, I would put this like that. So this one, if the zinc dust is just going to sit in the input bus and not be consumed, I can write the recipe for this as only the two fluids and ignore the zinc dust. Right? So this would go in here. Oh god, now I'm out of sugar too. Okay, I'll worry about putting the speed in there later. Okay, so this is the oops. This one. I don't have a recipe for the ammonia. Okay, so I need a recipe for ammonia, which is nitrogen and hydrogen on a 1. Nitrogen and hydrogen at a 1 at HV, and I'm pretty sure you're my... Oh no, you're a 0. I don't have biomass or chemical. I need an HV on 1. I don't... No, because my chemical reactor is at 1, is at that lower tier. Okay, so we're going to do this. We're going to put... Oop. I'm going to put you down here. Put this at 1 temporarily. Just to produce the ammonia. Yay. It shouldn't take too long, I don't think, to produce the ammonia. Of course, I could be wrong. Okay. It was worth it. Aw, thank you so much. No, I think I'm gonna do just this last recipe and then I'm gonna head to bed too, because I have to get up early to get Kumidori to work. So, see, look at all of this stuff that stayed on the recipe even though we finished. It's nuts. Okay, so this is not, why is this not running the ammonia? It did run the ammonia. Have a good one, District. We'll see you tomorrow. Not sure I have that right. Nitrogen gas. Okay, wait. That. Let's make. Do it. Did I get the ammonia? I didn't even get the ammonia. Let's make the ammonia first. Make sure that I have the ammonia part working. Okay, so I have it noted here. I need to make another chemical reactor. It needs to be an IV. That'll then handle this, because I will move it over there tomorrow. Okay, so if I put this recipe in here. Do I have a recipe for this dichlor? Yes, it's right there. Okay, so we have a recipe for that one. Dimenobenzidine. I do that, and that's the right one. Yes, that's the right one. That's the ammonia. Right. I already have nitrogen gas, so that's not a problem. That recipe isn't working. Oh, and that one isn't working because I had changed this one. To a 1. So it's making all the wrong things. Oh no, that was making the right things. Is that something else that's supposed to be a 1? Nitro. Oh, that would be too hilariously funny. Nitro. It's supposed to be 0, and it worked on the 1. Oh, that's very interesting. Okay, so where is the dichloro being made? Dichloro. An EV chemical reactor. Not that one. Is that in the clean room? Yes. EV. It says IV. 2 of these, each of these with a tiny pile. Why is this not working? That recipe is right. Nitro plus hydrogen. Wait, it should be nitro plus hydrogen. And it has oxygen. And now we know why it's not working. Okay, so it has the alternatives not checked correctly. One moment. Wrong one. Oop. Okay. Little things like that. Okay, so then that fixes the recipe. Now I need bucket. I need to do this fluid, and I need hydrogen, hydrogen, and then I need to go hydrogen, hydrogen, oxygen, oxygen. Oh my gosh. That was a challenge to figure out. Okay, so then we can put the oxygen back. Okay, so we have fixed the problem with that recipe. So now, well, it would help if we put the right recipe back in the machine. I can tell I'm getting tired. It has been, and then I left them. Yeah, we're definitely finishing this quickly so I can get to bed. I'm getting very tired. Okay. Try this again. All right, so this one goes here. This one goes here. All right, so now we should be able to say this one, start. Oh, it has two fluid inputs. It can't put two fluid inputs into one tank. That won't work. Okay. So this uses 1 diclo and 2 ammonia. So one of you, 2 of you. Yeah, no. This is one of those where I'd want to potentially feed them automatically in here, but since I already have the zinc in there, it would automatically just keep producing it like indefinitely, and then I would be tying my machines up all the time, which obviously I don't want to do that. But I don't know like how much of this stuff I'm gonna need. Oh, so you're still in here. So all I needed to bring was this and this. Okay, we had to do it manually, but we were able to do it. Oh, an IV conveyor module. That is a good reward. Grab that. So, Grinch logged in and got the reward and saw the ultimate acts of Alfred, and he very much likey the 60.5 attack damage. It very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice. Okay. So that doesn't unlock until these unlock. Okay, but the important thing is I have this up to IV now. So I think tomorrow the goal is going to be finish that chapter. I think that is going to be the goal, is to finish this chapter. So for now, we're going to wrap up our stream. My apologies for all the technical issues. I am hoping that I was able to make some changes in my settings and that we're going to have worked around whatever the issues are. So the stream quality may be a little less than what I've had in the past, but the past 2 weeks we've had these same issues with the encoder not working correctly. And so far, I do not have that error message anymore. So we don't have any drop frames. We're streaming at a high rate. Everything looks good. So I think I've made sufficient changes that we are transmitting good now. So we're going to call it good and hope that it stays that way for now. So again, we had a level 4 completed hype train, level 5 10% complete. That was amazing. Thank you to District and JC and Squishy for all of the gift subs. Much appreciated. Much love to everybody. And we will be back tomorrow after lunch sometime for our afternoon stream with the goal of finishing the IV chapter, and our little Starry Bee and Patrick Bee will keep working away, and hopefully maybe we'll be having enough shards to be able to make a second bee, and we'll keep scaling up that production, and eventually we'll have enough ATM stars we'll be able to knock out the rest of those creative items as well. In case we need any of those things for the Greg star, we want to have them available and ready. So, with that, I will bid you all a good night. Happy Father's Day in advance to all of those dads out there, and we will see you tomorrow for more All the Mods 9. I'm Katiana. Catch you next time. Bye!